All right, welcome back to About Even, Punters and Dribblers' #1 betting show on planet Earth. Back, second last show of the year, and that means this is when the whips are cracking, because if you want to be the Intercontinental champion, which obviously isn't the heavyweight champion, which is your usual NRL season, Intercontinental, less prestigious, but still a title.
But people still like Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Chris
Some
Jericho.
Great careers were built off the Intercontinental title, and you know it sometimes can be a catapult to greater things. I obviously won the heavyweight title before the Intercontinental. You could say that maybe my the fans weren't as big a fans of me anymore, and I was getting shunted down the order in terms of But now you're a heavyweight champion.
Yep.
Rando's never won a title, so there's a lot to play out here in this final week. We shout out Neds for their support for this show.
And you got to take it to the Neds level.
You have to take it to the Neds level.
Yep.
That's what it's all about, taking it to the Neds level, but doing it responsibly. Rando, isn't
Why are you
right?
looking at me?
Well, I'm including you in the conversation. You know what I mean?
You.
It's a Neds level, level.
Perfect.
Rando, say something about Neds level. Now we are back for another week. We're doing the Rugby League World Cup final. We're doing Australia v England in the ODI, which I didn't know was even happening. We've then got the golf, the RSM Classic, the Kitchen Sink Multi, and another Lippy Dribbler for this week. Who is the Lippy Dribbler for this week? Which one of you is handling that?
Yeah, I've got the guy, Sean Kelly. He sent through just a bit of a written CV.
Sean Kelly sounds like a guy we would have gone to school with.
That's what I thought it was. It was like, is Sam Kelly's guy we went to?
Sam Kelly, Paul Kelly.
Yeah. Like, when you see Sean Kelly, everyone knows, like, did I go to school with
I think Sean Kelly was in every single person's year at school.
And Sean Kelly, is that a name of a band?
No.
Paul Kelly?
Paul Kelly.
No, but like
Sean Paul.
I don't know. I'm mixing them all up now. But anyway, he says, my CV is as follows. My 2 first names for a name, 4 if you include his middle names. Don't know what they are. Have thrown
exactly.
Have thrown a dart at a dartboard for the last 4 years on the day of the Raiders game and bet on that number for first try scorer. So love that. Shout out to Michael Oldfield wearing number 18 in Wagga Wagga 2019. I don't know if that
I was on that exact same game. Michael Oldfield, first try scorer.
You had him. Yeah, there you go. Well, this is a good lippy. Good omens for this guy. He's a Raiders fan. Lived with pure mediocrity. For 95% of my life, expect nothing.
Pure mediocrity.
Yeah. Sorry, as we know, I'm dyslexic. And I don't have my glasses on as well.
Yeah. So that's why we chose you to read it.
Yeah. And expect nothing less of himself. He's chosen himself as a lippy dribbler. Born and raised in Canberra.
Okay.
So, fireworks and porn aren't really that. It's not really selling Canberra anymore.
No, look, I mean, Canberra's not really, as we've said basically all year, Canberra is Pinocchio's dad. Pinocchio, New South Wales is the whale. Pinocchio's dad swallowed by a whale. Geppetto.
Yeah, Millie once had to do like a course down in Canberra, like a glass course. She's an artist and was doing that, and I was like, okay, I'll do something, and I play a little bit of golf. Of course, it was okay, but that only took up a little bit of the weekend. And I was like, what do I do? And I went down to go to town and go by the dam or whatever it is, the pond, and have a drink there. And it was like this. I was just walking around and had a beer and a coffee. Yeah. And I was like, I have never been more bored in my life.
No.
Yeah.
What's this? What did my old man say when went to Adelaide? And I assume it's probably equally appropriate in Canberra. It's like, don't shit during the day so you got something to do at night time.
They are second. They just came out with the top cities in Australia for the most cheaters, and Canberra was second.
For the most cheaters, one on their partners?
Cheating on their partners.
Well, there's fuck all going on.
I know, exactly.
You got to spice up your life a little bit.
Yeah, being in Canberra is remember when you're my granddad lived in Cooma, so on holidays I'd have to go on 5-6 hour drives. And if your Discman or Game Boy battery died and you had nothing else to do, this is before smartphones, and all you can do is there and sit out and look at the Lake George Highway.
No.
One of the most boring things in the world.
Is Lake George the one that only fills up once every 60 years or something? And it's usually just it's a floodplain, so you need to shit. Anyway.
So sorry, Canberra. Look, he got out of that shithole, he says. Let's be real.
No disrespect to Canberra.
He goes,
Despite everything we've just said.
Yes, exactly.
got the fuck out of that shithole, because let's be real, Gold Coast Strip Club footy is better than the grassy knolls of Parliament House. End of CV. So at least he got out.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I already like this guy.
Yeah.
So Sean Kelly, Paul Kelly.
Sean Kelly.
Sean Kelly.
Kelly.
Definitely went to school with Sean Kelly, or a Sean Kelly, or a Kelly Sean. That's our Lippy Dribbler for this week. Now, let's get into... We do have Eddy not with us, but he's going to send in some videos from basically the side of a pool or a beach over in Hawaii whilst sunning his dick. His car has been stolen overnight. If you didn't see that on the Hello Sport Instagram, some hoodlums broke into it and took it on like a wild goose chase. So that's funny. Not a great omen for Eddy this season, I feel.
I don't, like, carjacking used to be a thing all the time, right? Is it still? I thought, like, cars these days were, like, pretty... Oh, no, because he had the...
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
apparently there was a spare key in the glove box. I don't know whether that's true.
God.
But still, it's a carjacking. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how that works exactly, but...
Yeah. Do you think they hotwired it and then some guy found, hey, dude,
We've
the
actually
keys
got
got
some
box.
keys here.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. So, let's get into a bit of accountability here. Australia defeat New Zealand very close, 16-14. I was a trail mitt off, but Rando and Lippy both saluting with, well, Rando, yours was as weak as a bet's ever been.
It still won, though, so that's all that matters in the end. That's all that matters. 271, you'd still take it for New Zealand plus 20.5 and Addo Carr to score.
You
so.
definitely take it over nothing. Which
Yeah,
is
100%.
Look, it's a bet, but, like...
I feel like Australia, if I was a Lippy, the Yabby King, of course, like Oz 1-12 into unders, like, do you even really want to watch the game if you want to see that sort of scoreline?
Dude,
Yeah.
but it's a ballsy bet and it
It's
gets
ballsy.
up.
Yeah.
It's ballsy.
It's ballsy
It's
gambling.
ballsy as well.
Yeah, but,
Like,
like...
Josh Addo Carr doesn't score much.
Yeah. Look, giving New Zealand 20 points.
I accept that it's a bet and you take something over nothing. But sometimes in life with anything, you take something over nothing, but when it's like Canberra that
I was
bet,
0
you know what I mean? Like,
0-16 heading into this. I needed something to
Yeah,
come
fair
up.
enough.
This was it.
Fair
This was
enough.
it.
That is
Just
true.
for respect.
No, that's fair.
I'll
He
give
did
it
need
to
he needed a win. But yeah, the Lippy Australia 1-12 into unders 475. That's a good bet from the Yabby King.
yeah, the Yabby King knows what's up. Like,
I got to say, I respect the Yabby King a lot after that bet.
well, he knows who he is.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
He's
And
a
I think-
Yabby guy.
Yeah.
Now, rugby. I'm reading exactly what's on the teleprompter there. Samoa defeat England 27-26. I am happy to have not got a single unit off this because England lost.
Yep.
And we were all wrong because
Yep.
everyone had England.
No one had
I had a
anyone.
vibe that I said, they're not going to smack them, that England do shit the bet in World Cups. Check the tapes.
This sounds like you're trying to
Check
rewrite
the
history.
tapes.
Yeah, but I'm looking at your bet. And
I
it says
know. I'm
England.
just saying I should have gone with my gut.
Yeah.
I should have gone with my gut.
You lined it up for a Samoa win when you were describing the bet, and then you went England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I chickened out.
Yeah, you did. You chicken. Dude, you're a
It's
chicken.
okay. But
Yeah.
none of your try scorers would have scored anyway, so.
Yeah. Look, but just saying.
Just saying that you didn't do any of that.
That I had a vibe. You guys are like, oh, smack him, 13 play. And I was like, no, I don't reckon. And then they,
I mean, you've got fucking England and 2 try scorers there. and,
You had the most legs wrong out of everyone.
Yeah. Then T20 World Cup, Pakistan defeat New Zealand by 7 weeks. See, now this one, I did have a Pakistan vibe, and I didn't go with it because I'm an idiot. But New Zealand lost, Pakistan won. You got up, though, Sebo,
Yep.
$4.98.
Yep.
And then the Yabby King, he got up at $5. You had Pakistan to win. Rizwan and Kane Williamson, 15+, and Bolt 1 wicket.
Yep.
That's a very good bet.
I was worried
in
about Bolt
hindsight.
not getting a wicket there.
Yeah,
Because,
for
like, I don't know how many overs they got through without losing a wicket, but quite a few. But once he did that, cheering. Great game to watch as well, that
Yeah.
one. You know?
Don't worry,
quite
I was
enjoyed
watching it till the very last ball, waiting for New Zealand to fucking do something.
I
They
know.
almost had him, and I think Lockie Ferguson, and that's just T20 cricket. It took 2 balls, and they hit 2 sixes, and the game was
And then it was
lost.
done. T20 cricket's such a bloody lottery.
Yeah.
But then the Lippy had Pakistan, Rizwan 20+, Alfredi 2+ wickets, $5. Good betting. Just good betting here. Really good betting. We then had England defeat India, and none of us got up here. We all had India,
That
which
kind
was...
of, over pretty quickly.
Dude, it was over in a second.
Yeah,
It was over in a
yeah,
second.
Yeah. Which is really annoying. I talked up Coley for a 50. I should have just taken Coley to score 50. I don't know why I went the result there.
Well,
but
yeah, look,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is, but fuck England with the greatest respect. We move into the UFC. Zhang did defeat Carla Esparza. round 2 submission. None of us had that. We all had Zhang except for Rando, who had Esparza. I'd forgotten last week who Esparza was because she'd had one of the most boring fights of all time against Rose Namajunas to win the title. But a fucking submission. I mean, what do you do? Now, Pereira Adesanya, of course Sebo pulls this one out of his butthole.
Got to go against the grain when you don't know anything about a sport. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't mind that as just a betting rule. Like, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, go against the odds.
Well, it's just like, I've watched Adesanya fights, and I know enough to know that it usually does go to points, and we've bet on them quite a bit. But if I don't know shit about the sport, and I'm just going to take the $1.90 points, like, I am opening myself up to risk, but it's like, well, I may as well have a bit of fun with it, you know what I mean? And hope the guy that everyone's punting on, or probably going for, just gets dominated.
Did you watch the fight?
I didn't watch it live, but I watched the
So you'd
highlights.
heard the result, though, before, you didn't get to experience the 5th round?
No, I didn't. I was out at, not drinks, but just, afternoon wine and cheese or something. With,
afternoon wine and cheese.
Millie's brother.
Oh, okay.
And, like the family.
Yeah, your soon-to-be brother-in-law.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't get to watch it, but I Googled, I was, refreshing the... Shout out Google for its like UFC results.
Yeah,
how it just gives you that like green tick. It's
It makes me feel like I will say this, and it has no bearing on obviously the overall results. I did have a saver on Pereira by a knockout, but I'd forgotten about it. I went to my account and I was like, "What the fuck's this from?"
Yeah,
Pereira. I also think Sebo, just while we're talking about wins, and again, I'm talking about wins that I have outside of the show because they're few and far between. I think international dogs might be the easiest thing to punt on.
What, like Nottingham dishes and
stuff? Yeah, like American dogs, Catalina and shit. Yeah, right. Yank pooches, dude.
I haven't been over to US for my
I've
pooches.
had a couple of real nice, and by nice I just mean like, just mini account boosters. Responsible account boosters, where you're just going over the dogs. There's something paying like anywhere from like $2 to $3, and it's usually a favourite. And you just go yank favourites on dogs. They basically always win.
What time zone are they? Oh, I guess dogs run. But what time zone are you looking at to get on your yank dog?
Dude, I'm just fucking around. It's just when it's more like I don't go, shit, but like, it's this time I got to go sit down and get into my yank dogs. You just keep an eye on.
No, but I know when you're at a pub or something, and all the races of Australia finish up, like your Nottingham dishes, Sheriff of Nottingham dishes comes up. It's that kind of pre-close hour at the pub.
I think it's more like daytime hours.
Right. Because you got like the American night is like what 10, 12 o'clock almost. Australian time.
Okay. It's like
so it's a bit of a daytime.
Morning
California pooches.
Yeah, it's mimosa dishes.
Brunch dogs. Brunch dogs, dude. Dude, brunch dogs is fucking good gear.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, congrats to Sebo for Pereira. KO there at $3.15. The golf, Sebo.
Yeah, look, I was on Taylor Penrith, and I thought I was home after the first day. He was T2. But Finau came out, and then he led the whole time, and there was probably no catching him at any point. And then I was like, well, I'll just bank my T10, T20. But then he had to shoot a +9 on the last day. So, I lost that. Who else did we have in there?
I had Russ Henley, Eddy had Thigala, Maverick McNeely.
No one did anything. But Lippy had Scotty Scheffler, who got him a T10 by birdieing from a bunker shot on the 18th. So that got him a nice little T10 there. But look, the tournament was Finau's. None of our golfers did anything. My guy came close, but then +9 on a Sunday?
It's tough.
Yeah, that's very bad.
+9 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
So the Yabby King T10, T20 for Scotty Chef. Unit Scoopers, look, we all failed.
Miserably.
Yep. We all failed miserably. Now, it is what it is. No one scooped units on this week. But come the kitchen sink multi, and I look to be the only one fucking putting in the work here. $1.20 Australia beat New Zealand.
Yeah, great work.
Great work. Jeez, didn't see that coming.
Great work.
What a bet. What a bet. That's my only successful bet for the week, it would seem. At $1.20. Nice to see some green there. Can you, Rando, please take us through the weekly results?
Easy, starting with the winner, the Yabby King.
Whoa.
Lippy, 4 out of 9 plus 408 units.
Wow, okay, that does need some acknowledgement here.
Yeah.
The Yabby King, Lippy's never win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there have been plenty of you fucks that have tried, but the Yabby King has come through and knocked us all off.
And he won on plus units. It wasn't
Yes,
like
it wasn't like a-
it wasn't a Bradbury kind of.
That's a
no.
great
Yeah.
point. Plus units.
And Yabby King also is getting some mock-ups done for a Yabby King tat design. And we will honour you, Yabby King, by having a photo of the tat design.
Yeah, or like
yeah.
we'll have, or a photo of you with the tat. We'll work it out,
Yeah.
Yabby King. But you obviously offered to get the tattoo if you
Yeah.
won, so you won. So get the tattoo.
Yeah, get the tattoo. Yep.
And look, will we immortalise you on the set for 2023, which will be getting a bit of a facelift? Yeah, we will. So show us your tats, Yabby King.
Yep.
But fuck,
Yeah.
I'm also happy to lose to a guy who's called Yabby King.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, if like that's the thing, like Yabby King, like there's a Yabby King out there, you're going to lose to that rather than some forgettable name. You know, you go up a forgettable name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like Sean Kelly, but everyone kind of remembers
Well,
Sean
Sean,
Kelly.
everyone kind of, exactly. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, Sean Kelly. Did he fucking used to go out with, Christy Turlington or something? Oh, yeah, I think he did. Okay, so Lippy wins.
Next up, we have Sebo, 2 out of 10, minus 602 units. Then myself, 1 out of 10, minus 9 units. Eddy trumps Tom, despite not hitting a bet, minus 10.10 units. And Tom with his glorious $1.20 win on that Australia-New Zealand game, minus 11.83 units for the weekly results.
Okay.
But it flips the other way here for the latest standings. Tommy on top at the moment, 9 out of 47. Minus 5.69 units.
47's fantastic.
Lippy second, 7
Dude,
out of 41.
the Lippy second.
moves. The Lippy moves.
The
He's
Lippy
knocked
could
off
take
Sebo.
the Intercontinental title.
It's tough.
He really
It's
could.
looking
Well,
very
they-
likely right now, especially with you at the top, Tom.
Hey.
Sebo, 10 out of 47, minus 11.23 units, so they're neck and neck. Further down the leaderboard, myself, 6 out of 47, minus 17.95 units, and Eddy, last but not least, 5 out of 37 units, minus 24.49 units. So
Wow, Eddie's fucking really...
even with the wedding, nothing
Yeah.
helped him there.
No.
I'm secretly like, I love anyone's demise, sure, but like,
Your own?
no, but like Eddie's is almost better because when I was in the doldrums, Eddie is the one just saying, "Yeah, suck it, blah, 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 blah," and it's just like if he gets back-to-back losses himself,
Yeah.
Oh, he's fucking, he is awful.
Yeah.
He's particularly shit.
Yeah.
And he prides himself on as a guy, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Nah, he fucking sucks. He sucks. But Lippy in with a real chance. I bled some serious fucking units this week, didn't I?
You sure did.
I don't have faith in Sean Kelly to do anything for Lippy here. Like, I haven't seen his bets, but I just don't have faith. So
yeah, I don't have faith in Sean either, but I do kind of want him to win.
I don't want the Lippy to win the Intercontinental title.
I don't.
Because then it's like, if the Yabby King had the chance, like if you had a Lippy who did the
yeah,
entire season,
yeah.
but I don't want them all to have a piece of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're right. The Yabby King, if it was just him.
If it was just the Yabby King,
yeah.
I'd be down.
But yeah, look, I mean, it's the Intercontinental. You know what? This one's even like, it is the Intercontinental, but this is almost like a lightweight. It's only been like 8 weeks or something. You know
It's
what I
actually
mean?
less than an
Yeah,
Intercontinental.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because last year's Intercontinental, we went right up until the end of the year.
Exactly,
This
yeah.
is definitely more of a...
like
is it a lightweight or is it like
what's a belt like Crash Holly used to fight?
Yeah. Well, it's not like the hardcore belt.
Yeah.
It's not even a
No, it's
hardcore
not a
belt, is it? Cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Is there a cruiserweight title?
I can't like who did they even fight for titles when that's
Look, I think let's just make it easy and call it the Intercontinental,
Yeah.
but it's not I don't think that he holds the same prestige as my Intercontinental title, but whatever. We move on. Eddy coming last, I'm coming first. That's all that matters. We start to bet again for this week. The very important last week of betting. Next week will just be an awards show. We've got Australia v Samoa in the World Cup final, Old Trafford, Manchester. Now, Australia's $1.09 and Samoa is $6.80. If you're going to give me $1.09, I need Samoa to be like fucking $6,000.
Yeah. Though $1.09, I mean, you can look at it both ways. Like, Australia are going to win the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, they are
Yeah.
going to win the game. There's no doubt about it. I want Samoa
but
to
we
win.
also said
I would
that
love,
about England.
I would love Samoa to win. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm one of the people that goes for the underdog and the overall development of the competition of the international rugby league game.
You're for the concept.
Yeah.
I'm for the concept. I'm going for him technically, but like Australia are going to win. So $1.09, you know, it's nearly 10%
Yep.
return on investment.
The line's 18.5 points. The total is 44.5 points. Now, Sebo, off the back of your anti-Australia rhetoric there, what's your bet?
I'm taking the line at 18.5.
I see you are taking Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, I sort of said they are going to win. Wanting and betting are two different things.
They are.
Yeah.
So 18.5. I like an 18.5 point line. It's scary in rugby league because it's the it's
more than three converted tries.
That's
more than three
That's
converted
it.
tries.
So I'm taking that line. Like, I hope Samoa get up for it and it's a good contest. But I think that Australia will just go like this game after going close to losing to New Zealand last game. They'll get them fired up and they're like, this is our last game of footy. Fox, Trell are just going to fire. Trell's going to get a few Greg Inglis stiff arms in there, go over for one, then set up Fox for another. So I'm taking those two and then the line minus 18.5.
Okay. All right. Rando?
Once again, I think Samoa played their final last weekend against England. Golden Point as well. They'll be buggered. Not saying that Australia didn't have a tough game either against New Zealand, but this will be probably a little lesser in opposition. Australia have won by at least 26 points in their 3 head-to-head meetings against Samoa historically. I know that Samoa is a different side to those teams, so I am taking Australia 13+. Also, Cleary's kicking has fucked over a few line bets of mine. As for
You're
try
not great
scores,
at line bets,
yeah,
are you?
but that's Nathan Cleary missing kicks
You're
for
not
once.
great.
You're a
but
margin guy.
Yeah, not a
I am a
huge-
margin
you've gotta be more
guy.
margin guy,
I am a margin guy.
not a line
And that's what
guy.
I'm doing here. I've changed over last tack in my last ditch bid to win this Intercontinental trophy.
Yep.
As for try scorers, I'm looking at Australia's left side to continue their dominance. I'm taking Angus Crichton here, the left second rower. The left second rower scored 3 tries against Samoa, and Milf and Jaden Sewer, who defend that right side channel, have tied second for the most missed tackles for Samoa. So I feel like Big Mango, just going to run straight through and crash over.
Mango.
That used to be his high school username.
Oh,
back in the
really?
day, back in the day when he's at Scots
Ango
College.
Mango.
Shout out to Scots.
Yes. No need.
College of knowledge. We will throw to Eddy poolside in a moment. I'm going Australia 13+, and I'm going a brothers bet. Joshy Carr, Trell, Jackie Boy Whiten. Just getting them to stand up for the nation, score. There's nothing other than that. Just a brothers bet. So Australia 13+, Joshy Carr, Trell, Whiten. Whiten scored on the weekend. Did he score or did he set up?
He set up.
He set up. I want him to score. Trell, I would also like to score.
Yeah.
And Joshy Carr, it'd be great if he did as well, because that would then mean my bet gets up.
That,
If
there
Australia
you go.
went for
That's some good
13+.
logic
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I feel
It would be
Joshy
great.
Carr's Mr. World Cup this World Cup.
Oh, yeah. It's funny that,
making up
like,
for lost time.
Manu got the golden boot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does a golden boot, can it not?
Can you give it to a winger? Like, he
No,
scored fucking 400
But
tries.
why is it
Yeah.
decided
Tommy
before the game's
Makinson.
finished?
That's what I'm like.
Tommy
Oh, it's like,
Makinson
did they not
won in
include the
2018,
final?
the English
Yeah,
winner.
I don't know why you would give it before the final.
Yeah.
And I don't think you
Yeah.
have to give it to the
Well,
team.
I mean, like, Joey Manu's out of contention, but Joey Manu's had, like, such a
Yeah, but
good
how can you
season.
give
Yeah.
like the best? How can you give? Here's the best award before the competition. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Like, unless it doesn't include the teams in the finals, and it's a bit of a like.
How does that work?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, but like, that's the thing with some of this shit where it's like, this doesn't make sense to me, a 5-year-old, anybody.
No.
Why do you, like, can you just award it after? Like,
Why don't you give him the
Yeah.
award
Yeah.
on, like, grand
at the
final?
end of the day, all it is just a social media tile.
Yeah.
Wait a week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah, exactly. What are we doing? Why are we rushing this?
Yeah.
It's like when you get a new something, like you get something and you can't wait to use it. You just
Yeah.
use it before you
Yeah.
mean. It's like, hey, dude, just fucking wait and announce it at the right time.
Yeah.
What if Addo Carr comes out and scores 10 tries?
Yeah.
Like,
Not
does he
enough.
not get fucking golden boot?
no,
No.
always just made this in the 60s. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you heard about
Yeah.
like the Rugby League World Cup organisers having to put New Zealand on an earlier flight because they knew that they had a feeling that they'd lose the semi-final. So I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of the thing. Like Joey Manu about to leave the country, and the awards were in Manchester as well. So it was kind of like, oh well, we may as well do it a week early.
Why
if
don't
in
you let the
case-
fucking team stay an extra week?
I know exactly. Vacay. That's what
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, why
I'm
send them
sure-
home the second they lose?
Yeah.
I always found that really, like, as well as, like, when players get injured on tour, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we're sending you home tomorrow. It's like, dude, can you just let me just fucking hang out?
You've already paid for his room and stuff.
Just let me hang out with the team if I've got an
Yeah.
injury.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, sure.
Digress.
Over to you, Eddy, poolside.
Aloha, punters and dribblers. Yes, my nose is burnt. Yes, I am. And yes, I did have a club sandwich for lunch. Fucking delicious. Just thought I'd throw a couple of chips in the ring. I don't know how the fuck I went last week, and quite frankly, I don't care. I've done no research for this bet, or any of these bets, so take that with a grain of salt. But sometimes, that's the way to do it. Trust the guy in Hawaii who has no fucking idea whatsoever. Trust that bet. That bet gets up. Now, Australia win the World Cup final, we know this. I think it's going to be 1-12. I've got Australia 1-12. I've got my boy Angus Crichton getting a try because he's a fucking thoroughbred. And the Fox will cross over. So any times for those two boys, Australia 1-12.
Wow, what a great bet.
Sounded pretty terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Not going to get up.
No, look
No
at
chance.
him. No, there's no way. Lippy dribbler here of Sean Paul.
Sean Paul. That's an artist, right?
Kelly Paul.
Oh, so
Yeah.
wait, Sean Paul is an artist.
Sean Paul and Paul Kelly are artists.
Sean Paul.
I wonder if one of his middle names is Paul.
Miss, Anyway, Sean Paul's going to Australia 13 plus. He's also a Jackie Boy Whiten and a Joshy Carr.
Yeah.
So we've all got some similar
Too
try
scary.
scores
Too
there.
scary. I'm
Yeah.
glad I've gone
Yeah.
off the grid there.
Yeah, you have gone off the grid, but we are all Australia 13 plus. Well, essentially.
Margin guy.
Margin
come
guy.
off.
But that is the final. When's that being played again? That is
Should be Sunday.
Sunday or
Sunday
Saturday?
morning.
Sunday morning.
What time slot are we got? Are we going to be able to watch it?
6:30 a.m.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Then you go straight into mimosa puppies and
Yeah,
whatever you call it.
Brunch dogs.
Brunch dogs. It's a perfect way to start your Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Responsibly.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
A little bit of burrata, thanks.
Yeah,
That is taking it to the Neds
yeah,
level. So
yeah,
you got to
Yeah,
have me.
brunch dogs. Yeah, a bit of burrata there. Have you got any bruschetta? Now, we have Australia v England in the cricket. That's happening Thursday, and I'm just trying to see here. Are there odds out for this game? Surely there are.
There are.
Tom, you silly boy.
$1.67 for Australia, $2.20 for England.
Now,
Thank you, Rando.
As somebody who doesn't follow cricket religiously,
Yeah.
and I know the different type, like obviously,
Yeah.
but how different is a one-dayer to a T20?
30 more overs.
But I know that, but I mean in terms of the odds, like when Australia just sucked absolute dick at T20.
Well, I think
then-
what it is basically there's like you can get into an innings a bit better.
Yeah.
Like you've got a little bit more time. It's not like, okay, you've got to go out there and basically smack the fucking
Yeah.
ball from ball one. You
Right.
still need to be able to score quickly, but you do have more time to get into your innings. And I guess the odds are saying that Australia's batters,
like to relax a little bit.
well, they can take. They're not like we've got a better one-day side
Yeah.
potentially than England. I don't know if that's true or not.
I just thought after England winning. the
That- yeah,
T20,
no,
and
exactly.
that
That's
the odds would be a little bit
is definitely
closer.
generous, 100%.
I
But then you think like Steve Smith, Marcus Labuschagne, they'll
Yeah,
be back
Marnus.
into the side. Marcus.
Marcus.
Marnus,
Wow.
Sorry.
Wow.
Very un-Australian.
Wow.
Very un-Australian.
Very Italian of
Yeah,
you, dude.
definitely Greek. Definitely Greek. You got them coming back and they can stabilise an innings.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of like,
Yeah. No, because I'm learning here.
No, dude, and we're just happy to hear you learning.
Yeah.
I couldn't do multis for what I was wanting here, so I'm just going to pick a top run scorer for Australia, and I'm going Marnus Labuschagne. I've been watching a lot of his social media. The guy basically hasn't had a holiday. He just fucking, when he's on holidays, he's practicing cricket, like catching on the beach or some shit, or like
Yeah, right.
someone's bowling to him while he's holding a stick in the bushes. You're like, this motherfucker is primed to score some runs. Now, I hope, to be honest, more that he's going to score test hundreds, but we're in the ODI times, so I'm taking Marnus, $6 top run scorer for Australia. I don't think there's anything. I think it's pretty good, to be honest.
I think it's all right, but I think his average in ODIs is more around like 28.
Yeah, but that's all right. It's all right.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? Mate, averages, you want averages to be improved, you know?
Yeah.
Averages to be improved. It's an opportunity for Marnus.
Yeah.
Monsieur Corbet.
Just in case there is a same game multi closer to the date, I've taken England to win and Hazelwood to take 2 or more wickets. I just can't see England fresh off a T20 win. Australia's form recently has been pretty bad, so that's why I am taking England here. They also haven't been no wickets they've lost in that last game against India at Adelaide Oval. So I feel like they got their eye in there at that ground, only playing like 5 days later. So England to win, and then Hazelwood, if you can same game multi it, chuck him in because he's taken 2 wickets at Adelaide Oval in 3 of his last 4 games there. He's also averaging a wicket every 25 balls in ODI cricket in Australia as well. But if you can't same game multi it, England to win at $2.20 is my bet.
Which we call in the game a soft cock Canberra bet.
Yep.
220W.
Yep.
It is value though.
It
I
is
do like the
value.
value,
It
but
is value.
you know, it's very Canberra. Sebo?
Yeah, not many toucans in that bet. Look, I'm just going Steve Smith top run scorer. Why? Because I thought, look, Australia looks like shit in the T20. And there's some narrative of like bringing a hero back in, and I'm just on that. Like I'm just seeing in the headline, like, so I'm not smart enough to come up with the headline right now, but it's going to involve Steve Smith. It's going to involve, getting the top runs, maybe 60, 70 or something, and I'm getting $4.50 for that. Just a narrative bet, a saviour bet.
A saviour bet.
Yeah.
A return of a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie, what are you doing? You can always rely on Eddie for a fantastic bet. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for that one. And Lippy, now some may call it sabotage, some may call it that he didn't put a bet in. Paul Kelly.
I messaged him this morning, and where is he? He's right here. Here's my sheet. Paul Kelly has gone, wait for it, Cam Green man of the match, and if he doesn't play, Steve Smith man of the match.
All right.
Interesting.
Cool. You know what, dude? Well, I don't know what that's paying, but I'm also, I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it from old Ned Kelly. Now, we move on in earnest to the golf. The RSM Classic, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's happening here? What do we got to think about in this fucking weird golf tournament?
Look, another one of the kind of shitty tournaments end of year. They're playing on 2 courses though, somewhere in Georgia on the island. Randa, What are the courses name? You know it?
It's Sea Island
Golf Club.
Sea Island Golf Club and Plantation course.
Yeah.
Yep.
So again, pretty weak field. Tony Finau just pulled out. So who's up the top? Seamus and Jason Day. Look, it's going to be one of the courses. I think the island course is pretty easy and go low. You said it was like the Bermuda Championship course.
Yeah.
So look, it's nothing exciting. I think this is like their final leg of full field events of the PGA. And it's been a terrible month or so for the PGA. Guys, get your act together and put some good tournaments on.
Yeah, right. So the tournaments have just been shit.
Yeah. Well, I guess a lot of the golfers have gone to live and things like that.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, PGA is so much better than live. It's like, yeah, okay, the majors aren't PGA, so forget that.
Yeah.
But there's only a few events where all these guys are playing.
Actually playing. Yeah, otherwise, it's just fucking.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just Denny McCarthy and shit, and you're just like, what are you talking about? Can we get these 2 tours to combine together and create some fun
WCW, WWF join forces. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
And shout out to Liv, they're coming here in April.
Adelaide. You gonna go down?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
See how we go.
Yeah, see how we go. But look, nothing great going on there. So I am taking Jason Day. Why? Because Eddy was on him last week, and I feel Eddy's cursed a little bit at the moment. So if he picks a golfer who hasn't won in I don't know how long years, and then the week after he wins,
this is a classic pokey machine robbery.
Absolutely.
Mate's just fucking been sitting on the machine.
Yeah.
He's gone, he's left, and he's going, well, now I'm coming in here.
Exactly. This is a feature steal.
Yeah.
This is a feature steal. He's kind of second or third favourite, paying around $21 or something like that. He is trending somewhat in the right direction, and the field is weak.
I think it was T10 in the last comp too.
Yeah, he was up there. He was up there. So look, he's going in the right direction, J-Day.
Okay,
yeah.
J-Day.
Yep.
What are you doing, Rando?
Obviously, trying to take this from a statistical perspective. Really, nothing kind of coming to me here. The previous winners have finished as low as 50th and 52nd for driving distance and accuracy. Putting stats are probably the best gauge here, but the real one, as you mentioned, Sebo, is that the Bermuda Championship results really factor in on this competition. Seamus Power finished 4th here last year, and he obviously won the Bermuda. The 2019 winner, Brendan Todd, led through 3 rounds here 2 weeks after winning at Bermuda, and the 2020 winner, Brian Gay, has finished 4th and 3rd here previously as well. So with that all being said, I'm kind of stealing Tom's Seamus Power
There we
bet.
go. I was waiting for that
Yeah,
stat.
exactly. Before you came back. That's not really a stat, it's just a fact. And I'm taking Seamus Power here to back up. Even if he does come T10, T20, he's still paying $2.63, $2.10 there, double your money, which I think is pretty good value, but he's $21 to win.
Like it, and I appreciate the acknowledgement
As
of
always.
stolen valor. It's been a big week in the Hello Sport world, or maybe it was last week, but a big few days for Keiths generally. We've just been talking about Keiths a lot, Keith Urban, Shane Keith Warren, we've just been reflecting, but just Keith's on the world stage. Yep. And so Keith Mitchell stares at me when I see a Keith just getting into their work. Keith's a name that I just don't think gets enough love anymore, personally.
It's from a bygone era, for sure.
It's also part of the overarching company, Shane Keith Productions. It's hard not to see a Keith and just throw the bat at it metaphorically and responsibly. So Keith Mitchell to win this bitch at $26. I mean, I'm in a bit of golf. I'm still in a bit of golf energy at the moment. I had nothing last week, but like, you can't pick a winner in Seamus Power and not still have a bit of residual energy. So Keith Mitchell should get it done. Eddie, what are you doing?
In the golf, I'm going back to Jason Day. He got 16th last week, and I'm fucking feeling something for Jason. I'm going to ride this bitch into the ground until he gets that dub. So I'll put Jason in for the golf.
Oh, good on you, buddy. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Ed.
Avoid.
Yeah.
Avoid
that. Avoid that. Avoid. And Paul Kelly.
He's gone Tom Hoagie in honour of Brad Hogg, one of the great left-arm Chinamen of our generation.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
Yeah, he's a bit of a similar name bet.
Similar.
Yeah.
Over to the Unit Scoopers, punters and dribblers, and I'll kick things off just because the lippy, Paul Kelly, had Tommy Hogue to win. I've got him to win as my Unit Scooper, but I read it as Tom Hogg.
Yeah, it's Hoagie.
Hoagie.
Yes, yeah.
You know what? Hogg's good and Hoagie's good. Because Hoagie, isn't that like a big old Subway sandwich sort of thing in American culture?
I don't know. What's a stogie?
Stogie's a cigar.
Yeah.
I feel like Hoagie's a fucking whatever. To win, $23. I love $23 winners in the golf.
Yep.
Tommy Hoagie, whatever, to win. Rando.
I've got
This looks
I've
confusing
got a lot
as
of shit
fuck,
going
dude.
everywhere. I'll put it up on the Ned's group, of course.
Yeah.
ODIs, I'm looking England to defeat Australia at $2.20. Australia minus 18.5 against Samoa. Then I get into the World Cup starting up. Harry Kane and Memphis Depay to score anytime. Kane up against Iran. The Netherlands Depay against Senegal. And then the last one to finish it all off, the Cock and Nick Kyrgios are coming together for the ATP finals in the doubles. Just to make the semis, they're paying $2.10. So thought I'd jump on there to just spice up the Unit Scooper even more, and that's paying $39.92.
I like that.
Yep.
I'm going to have a little something.
That's a fun bet.
That's a fun bet.
And the Kane and Depay favourites to score a goal as well.
You don't want to look at it, but you want to be part of it.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean?
Correct.
All you have to do is press copy bet in.
Yeah.
You don't
in
have
the
to look
Ned's
at it.
group.
Yep.
Yeah, look, I might have to edit mine based on when the freaking teams come out for the rugby league final.
I don't think the teams you picked, the players you picked, are probably playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
I
could
won't be
throw
able
them
to
out.
get on them before I have to get on other legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the great bed shits of the Rugby League World Cup team list commission or whatever the hell it is. I might have to drop some legs out, but if I can get them all, I'm going to take Australia at the line of minus 18.5. I'll take Joshy Carr. I'll take Jackie Boy White. And then heading over to the NFL, Bills, Chiefs, Eagles. The Bills lost last week, but all these teams seem to be going well, and they're all versing someone kind of shit. But then over to England to beat Iran. That's it. I am very excited for the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not a soccer guy, I become one in World Cups.
Yes.
And so whilst we'll be on an off season, because I know dick all about all the players anymore because I haven't owned a FIFA since FIFA 07. Can someone please tell me some good players to look out for in the Facebook group or something? Like some form guides or something because I need a source of information for the Soccer World Cup.
I was checking out on Ned's, big plug here, and they've got literally aerial, best in the air, best goal scorers, most likely to kick a penalty goal, most likely to get an assist, and then they've got all the odds on the chances of there being over 1.5 goals and stuff like that.
That's
which
good.
has made me even more hornier for the FIFA World Cup.
Oh, that's good stuff. And so that's where if you just go into soccer or football,
you just check it out. Yeah, the FIFA World Cup, any little game one. I'm on my laptop. Probably look the same on an iPhone as well, but really
or
good.
an Android.
Or an Android. We don't discriminate.
No.
But you should
You
get
just,
on iPhone.
I'm on an iPhone, don't worry.
We were lucky because we had 3 Soccer World Cups.
This is the first World Cup I haven't been overseas for since we were 17.
And we've been in the time zone.
Yeah.
So it's like being in the same time zone when you're in Spain or some shit. It's
so
daylight at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
still somehow. And every restaurant has brought out 16 TVs. So no matter where you are on the table eating your tapas, just
Was the first one when we were in Greece, Italy won?
Italy won. We're in Mykonos.
Then who was after that?
South Africa.
South Africa were in Spain. Or
Spain won in South Africa. We were in Spain.
We were in Spain. And then we're America when Germany won.
And then I was in Europe when for a wedding or some shit when the next one won. Whoever the most recent one was. France. Did France win it?
Yeah, they won it.
Who the hell? I don't even
Russia.
remember
They
that
won
one.
in Russia, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, whatever. Who won the last one?
France.
Really?
Did France win the last one?
I have no memory of France.
I
wasn't overseas.
Croatia. Was it Croatia v France in the final?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Penalties or overtime, they won it.
I was at a wedding and everyone's there they're fucking. I'm pretty sure there was literal down the aisle stuff, and I had the phone resting in a bush, and I had all these dudes around me watching it as people saying their vows and shit. Such a beautiful setting. Such a beautiful setting.
Oh, the bride looks great.
Anyway, I'm pumped for the FIFA World Cup as well. Nice little few opportunities for some nice bets. Eddie, what's your unit scooper, brah?
Scooping units. Put me on the spot here. I am going to go with... Look, my bets are all over the fucking place here. I don't think that matters. What about this? A Fox hat trick in the final. That's my unit scooper, baby. What if that motherfucker gets up and works and he's likely to? So, listen, my bets may not speak to each other, but a Fox hat trick in the final, that's my unit scooper. I love yous all. Have a great fucking day.
Wow, what a bet. What a terrific bet.
I might copy that.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
He knows his soccer. He knows his soccer.
If it has football involved, I might not.
2 goal scorers? Fuck it. Let's go.
All right. Then the Lippy. He's got England to beat Iran, Netherlands to beat Senegal, Papali'i, Maxi V.
Packers.
So Papali'i,
Anytime.
Oh, sorry.
Verstappen
Okay,
win.
yeah. Max 7 win
Max
and Packers
Verstappen.
14 plus. Look, that's probably my least favourite bet of his, only because it's just kind of, that doesn't seem fun.
Yeah.
I hate Max Verstappen as well, so that could have something.
Especially what he did last weekend as well.
He's
What
a dog.
happened? I didn't see what
He was supposed to let his partner go
Yeah.
so he could finish higher he could finish podium in the whole championship, but Max Verstappen didn't.
But Max has already got
Yeah,
the thing
exactly.
right. What a dickhead.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Verstappen's a fuckhead.
Yeah.
He's a fuckhead. I get you need to be really competitive at that
Yeah.
level to be successful, in any of those sorts of things, but that's really.
But just for your team
But
to finish
Sergio,
podium.
and Sergio does that shit for him all the time, though,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
exactly, yeah.
So, just let him get this one race,
yeah.
Max. You fucking
fuckhead.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kitchen sink multi, punters and dribblers. We each pick a leg. We chuck it all into a nice little pot, mix it up. The odds come out, and usually we get up. I'm going Jackie Boy Whiten anytime.
You guys plugged in all your KSM, so I thought we'd make it one that could get up. So I just went Australia 13 plus, $1.50.
I'm taking Joshy Carr.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Eddie, how are you rounding it out?
I'm assuming the Fox has been taken. I'm going to take a probing fucking just a little goer in Harry Grant. Harry Grant, anytime try in the World Cup final, he'll be my kitchen sink.
There you go. That's good stuff.
That's a winner.
Yeah, that's a winner. I'm confident there. Very confident. That's us, punters and dribblers. We'll be back for the final episode next week to wrap things up. Shout out to all y'all for tuning in. Thanks to Neds for supporting us. Make sure that when you bet, you take it to the Neds level with Neds. It's just simple stuff. Always responsibly, though, of course.
Yep.
Yes, always.
Always. Until next week. Bye-bye.